Year and another year of me using this. Once it gets a little cold, it's actually not that cold out, but I know someone's going to say, Ryan, you did all that stuff. You guys see my back patio now. I spent like a lot of money on this back patio and I'm still using this. I still haven't gotten heat and air conditioning here yet. I'm a hard head and I'd rather spend on other things, but I digress. Hopefully it's not too bad back there. What we're working on today is not even really working on. I just want to show this from one of the past videos. You guys saw me, I cut this out and I got this 3D printed piece off of eBay. I forget the guy's name, but it slides up in there and now it gives us our cover so we can put in our factory filters. This is an idea I got off Super Forums from years ago. There's the part number for the filters you need. This is just a regular, again, Supra box, guys. All you do is cut this out, literally, with a razor blade. You don't even need to do anything. You could do this in car, be a little bit harder because you're upside down, but I just scored it with a knife and it literally pierced right through, and I just cleaned up with a little bit of light sandpaper, and yeah. The reason I wanted to do this is I wanted to be able to have the filters in here to try and not have all the crap going through it anymore, and maybe this will help the smell. This has like a charcoal kind of thing to it to kind of kill any, I guess, smell and stuff coming from the outside. So I'm hoping this works, but again, comes with the bolts too, because you just literally slide them in these little slots here for the nuts, and then the bolts go up through. You got one fat side, one skinny side. Skinny side goes up top, fat in the bottom, and it goes over like that. Then you got two filters, and they do bend and snap, because you got to slide one in, it slides down and over, then you put the other filter in. It actually came with legitimate instructions of like how to install this here. This cracked me up. I was like, get out of here. Right there it shows it. Like, look, you put one in, slides up in, you slide it over. You can see here. Put one up in, it slides over, then you get the other one. You'll be able to see the one, it's got these little tabs, so when you slide it up in, you'll be able to, like, yeah, I don't know, it's pretty neat. I thought it was pretty cool, so I just wanted to do this so I can try and hopefully keep dirt and debris from going into my whole new setup and keep things nice and clean, and hopefully make the car smell a little bit better. That was one of my goals too, so we'll see. So, all right, let's get into it. Literally just slides in like that, so what you can do too, now, if it was on my back, it'd be a little bit easier because I can slide up and over. It's putting pressure on it right now. You just grab this, and if you need needle nose or something, you could grab it and slide up. But it slides in, then it has like a little ridge on the top of it here that falls in the middle of this ridge. So in my case, it slides in like so. There we go. That goes in like that, and this is supposed to just go on top of it. Okay, maybe not. Supposed to, oh, that's why. Whoops, that wasn't in the whole way. That'll do it, pig, that'll do. So that's supposed to, did I put it over too far? I think that might be why. Might have to pull it back out real quick. I had it right, so that's all you gotta do. Make sure you got your tab here and here, and if you look at with this, you'll see it lines up with here and here. Then it just slides on like this. Just kind of have to, now you have to wiggle around some to get these to line up, because that's one thing I'm noticing right now. There we go. And that's it. And now I do have to put these nuts on. These nuts slide in there, so I gotta pull this back off real quick to show you. So one nut will slide in here, and one nut slides in from the side here, and then you just screw this up in. Pretty simple. And this will look like when it's done. Again, this piece goes up here, and it kind of like recesses in to like hold it in, I guess, to keep from debris coming out the edges too. But that's it. So yeah, now I've got a filter in here. Hopefully this works in just the way it should. Everything I saw it should, but yeah, pretty simple. Okay, on to the next step. So another thing I wanted to do here is take the intake manifold apart, because I can see down in there, this. Look at all that debris. Not debris, but like sludge. I am not sure why it was blowing back that bad. You know, this intake manifold is no different than all the other ones. And really, realistically, they all pretty much look the same. So I'm just curious why we had so, I mean, obviously it's forced to the back and that's where it's getting stuck in that corner there, but like, what is causing all that? What, I mean, I understand gunking up with the 85, but what was causing it to come back that far into the intake manifold and do it that bad? So there was some buildup, but the car was also burning oil like crazy, which was another like, why is it doing this? So I'm going to clean this all out, but that is disgusting. Yeah, this is where it's nice that you can take apart the intake manifolds like this. This part is where it's like, cool, I'm glad I can take this apart, because if not, this would really suck. So I got to buy another 3mm O-ring. I don't want to reuse that, because yeah, I feel like that's going to cause me issues. Well, oh, though, ooh, some metal there. That's not good. I guess when I got clamped on, looks like I got another small piece right there too. Look, that's not good. I might have to check that out, wipe it the whole way around, and but yeah, let's start cleaning this up. So now I am done. I wanted to clean this all out because, again, I originally thought about selling this intake manifold. So like, I'm going to sell it. I want to sell it in like good order. Thank God I did actually have more of the O-ring. So you have to make your own O-ring for this part, like a lot of the piece together intake manifolds. This one here, you don't have to glue because that's just a long piece that sandwiches and it comes there. You leave it a little bit long so you can see like it sticks up just the tit of it. I don't know if I guess that's not politically correct anymore. Anyways, from my machining days, you call it the tip when you have the little bit coming up. Anyhow, but this piece here needs to be glued. So you go around, you cut it, and then you do glue it, and let it set up for like 24 hours, let it fully cure, and then we can clamp this back down. We'll put these bolts back in with a little bit of blue Loctite. So this is my junk drawer. See, look at that. First one I pull out. How about them apples? And that definitely is some Harbor Freight special blue Loctite. Doesn't need anything special, but after actually talking to Yostani, he's been having issues with his sleeper design intake manifold. Apparently it leaks. I will say I did have some little issues with this. What I mean by that was like I wasn't happy with the total machining of it, but it's never leaked. And I pressure test that car all the time, and this never leaked on me. And I was definitely worried about it because I'm like, there's a billion places, right? You think it could, and it never did. And now that I do have its multiple pieces, I like the fact that I could clean this out. If this was like a welded plasma man, all that gunk in there, I couldn't get to. Like I had literally was like sludge. Like it wasn't coming out with, I sprayed it with brake cleaner from up here at the inlet, wasn't coming out. So I was really happy I could take this part, clean out the runners pretty good. You can see there's a little bit of residual residue there, but again, it's going to get something no matter what. I just wanted to clean this out, and I probably didn't need to, but if I do sell it or just for my own sake, I know it's clean now and it's not going to be from the fresh engine. So I digress. Let this set up and I can bolt it back together. This video is going to be a little bit all over the place, but I actually just got done pulling the transmission on this last night, putting it back in for the auto car. Didn't record it because I had my buddy with me and we're like, look, I got to knock this out quick. We both have kids. We only have so much time. So pulled it, put a new seal in it because it was leaking out the input shaft seal. So just pull this over here. I can throw it away here, but it was leaking out there and you can see where I damaged it there pulling it out. But I want to actually show the part number 2. So I want to get the crap all over my hand, which is right there. That is the part number for the input shaft seal of an AA80. Went in pretty easily. It's just like a front main seal. So I just drove it around the block, nothing yet. But again, till you really drive it, that's when you would notice it, get some real line pressure going through the thing. Although you shouldn't be seeing a ton of pressure on the backside of that seal. It's kind of like a splash guard more than anything. It's kind of like a front and rear main seal. Usually when those seals fail, it's because you have another underlying issue somewhere. But I just wanted to talk about that real quick. One thing that has been very quirky with this car versus this, they both have the same ECU. I've got pretty much the same setup when it comes to the idle control, but this car, no matter what, is always somewhat off. And it has to do with the load of the transmission, where this is a manual, so it doesn't matter. Idle's idle, things of that nature. It doesn't change. I can get this thing dialed in, have it perfect on warm up, everything. And you have to have 2 different idle tables, whether you're in park or neutral, and then in reverse or drive. There's more load in reverse and drive versus park or neutral. So I have that set up. So if you go into those, if I go into reverse or go into drive, I add more physical idle control, so it actually gives more idle offset base and fuel and everything, and it'll be perfect. I'll get it great, drive it all day. Then like this, I haven't driven in a couple weeks, pulled the trans, which does nothing, put it back in, fluid's all good, nothing's changed there, and now it's not idling properly, it's idling low. I rev it up and it doesn't catch itself. I just looked at the logs, nothing has changed. The comparison to the old file, I'm like, what in the hell? Like, it's just so frustrating when stuff like that happens. Thank God I know how to change this stuff, but it's like, that, something physically had to change. Tunes don't lose their tune, which obviously I was able to do by seeing it. And I'm like, but what changed that it now doesn't want to idle properly? It doesn't catch itself like it was. It was doing great before, and now it's not. So, the joys of working on cars. I know this video's been a bit sporadic, but we've got another customer car in. There was a purple car that I actually had here that I did a T56 swap in, got it out. And now Carlos is back. If you guys don't remember from last year, I did a T56 swap in this car last year. Sold this front sway bar. And now he wants to get the full Ryan treatment. So underneath there is where my rear subframe is. He wants to do his front and rear subframe like mine, all powder coated, all fancy, all new suspension arms, bushings, so on and so forth. There's just a lot here. We're gonna have to buy a lot. We bought a lot of the bolts, so I'll show this more. I'm gonna do like a little series, or maybe just one video on it, showing before and after. But he bought a lot of the bolts I told him to, but then I didn't realize, he's like, yeah, I want to drop everything and do it like yours. I'm like, well, we got a lot more bolts to buy yet. So this will get a lot there, but we still got a lot more to go yet. Like this is going to be extremely nice. We'll replace every nut and bolt we can. If not, we'll get titanium, but I prefer OEM just because, well, it's easier, it fits perfectly, and yeah. So just wanted to show you guys that. That's how I'm going to end out the video here. Carlos's car is going to be next. Hopefully they get this thing to paint. You know, that's just, I need it done in paint. My garage actually seems really open and clean right now until I take this apart. But that car is just, poor thing. And hopefully get some more video here once it gets a little bit nicer. I need some rain here, clear off the roads a little bit more. Like I said, put that new seal in it, hopefully do some more testing and get that even more dialed in. It just seems like no one has these 8 speeds dialed in yet or perfect. Like I've watched even other videos and stuff, and like even 8 HP stuff, I've had people message me and they're like, yeah, it's not 100% on point yet. So it seems like everyone's having little quirks and issues. So again, I've said before, this needs to just be released, but it's up to Sean. Because, I mean, it's there. It does everything you want to. It makes all the power you could want. And, yeah. But, all right, guys, I digress. Thank you all very much, and I'll talk to you later. Peace. We're getting into things today, guys. I do have new t-shirts and hoodies on the website for pre-order. They should be coming in this week. If you want to, click the link above or go to purefunction.net and buy yours today. Thank you, guys, for your support.